All right, it's a wrap. The massive .pi domain auction is officially over. And wow, what a huge moment for the entire Pi ecosystem. But now that all the bidding's done, the real work is just getting started. So, what happens next? So let's just dive right in. The big question on everyone's mind is, what now, right? If you were lucky enough to win a domain, what do you need to do? And maybe even more importantly, what does this all mean for the future of the whole network? Let's get into it.
But before we jump into the what, we really got to understand the why. You see, this whole process isn't just about handing out cool domain names. It's been designed from the ground up to tackle a really fundamental challenge, building a foundation for genuine real-world utility.
Yeah, the main goal here is to stop a problem that's plagued the traditional internet forever. Domain squatting. You know what I'm talking about. When people just snatch up all the good names, not because they want to build something cool, but just to flip them for a profit later on. It can totally stifle innovation and stop real projects from getting the names they actually need. And this quote from the Pi core team, it just hits the nail on the head. The entire point is to make sure these .pi domains are used for actual apps, for stores, for services, things that add real value to everybody, not just becoming some digital asset collecting dust in a wallet somewhere.
So, what's the big solution? Well, it's a structured claiming process. This is not a simple handover. It is a carefully designed system to make sure these domains are put to good use right from the get-go.
Okay, so here's the roadmap. Now that the auctions are closed, we're heading into about a 2-month data review period. This is just to verify all the results, make sure everything's legit. Then, probably around December, the claiming period will officially open up for all the winners. And here is a super important detail. Winners are going to have a full year to meet the claiming requirements. A whole year! This isn't some mad dash to the finish line. That long time frame is totally intentional. It's sending a clear signal that the network wants serious builders, serious businesses, and it's giving them the breathing room they need to develop a quality project, not just rush something out the door. So how do you actually claim your domain? It's a 2-step process, and it's all about proving you're the real deal. First, you have to connect an actual Pi app to your domain. And second, that app needs to show it has a certain level of genuine organic usage. Now, the nitty-gritty details on that usage threshold, those will be released after the review period is all done. Let's make this super clear with an example. Okay, say a merchant won pizzashop.pi. To claim it, they'd need to link their actual store's website, connect the Pi wallet they use for transactions, and then just write a short description of how their shop is adding real utility to the whole ecosystem. Simple as that. Now, this focus on utility isn't a one-and-done thing. It's an ongoing commitment. Just like traditional domains, .pi domains have to be renewed. But here is the massive difference. Renewing isn't just about paying a fee. Nope. It requires ongoing proof that you're still using it. This is so important because it makes sure that valuable domains don't end up attached to abandoned projects, basically becoming digital ghost towns.
So does everyone just rush to claim their domain all at once? The answer is a big no. There's actually a priority system in place, and it's all about getting the most useful projects up and running first to really build some momentum for the network.
The first people in line to claim their domains will be developers, the creators of popular apps from the Pi App Studio, and merchants. And you might be asking, why these groups? Well, it's pretty simple. They're the ones who can bring immediate, tangible value and functionality to the entire network, right out of the gate. So let's just zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. What is the long-term vision here? This whole detailed process, it's not just a bunch of rules. It's a strategic plan, a blueprint for building a strong, healthy digital economy. The key idea to really grasp here is that these domains are seen as a shared community resource, not just someone's private property. How they're used directly impacts the strength, the value, and the growth of the entire network for every single one of us pioneers. You see, by making sure that a domain like market.pi or games.pi actually leads to a real working platform, the whole network becomes more trustworthy, more useful, and more valuable for everyone. It's about building a web of actual utility, not just a phone book full of names.
And this brings us to a final, really interesting question to think about. This utility-first approach, it's designed to encourage quality and stop speculation. But could it also create a barrier for brand new, innovative ideas that just need a little more time to get off the ground? It's a fascinating trade-off, and honestly, the answer is going to shape the entire future of the .pi ecosystem. Thanks for tuning in.